G'day everyone and welcome to part 5 of us bringing Twice to Planet Coaster. In today's video we're going to be working on something that I didn't know how I would be able to pull off, but thanks to a lot of YouTube videos and the help of the wizard known of Teji on YouTube, his videos are just amazing. To where I wanted this screen to, as you can see now, is it's going to start off down the bottom and then it's going to raise for the concert itself, obviously syncing with the music and the lights, and it's going to be this cool little, like, if you ever do watch their real concerts, they have the opening of the show, a video will play where the screen will come down. This is in their latest stage show, I should say. They will sing, the video will play. This is at the start. The video will play, the screen will come down, a light will light up in the behind them, obviously illuminating their silhouettes, and then the screen will raise and then the concert starts. So obviously we can't pull that off with the actual singers. They're not really here, sadly, unless they do get in contact in the next 2 episodes, but I highly doubt that. But pretty much that's what we're going to be doing today, is building that system. So we do it pretty well with a whole cabling system that tucks back up nicely into itself so that there's no random wires hanging outside the top of the building. Everything is designed so that it all molds together and fits back into the same footprint as when it's being stored up in the air. For this one, though, I've had to do 2 different designs. I'll explain more later on why I'm going to have to change it, as sadly I think the game just can't handle how many sequences we've got, sadly. What normally happens with this is what you're doing is you're triggering, so the whole reason why I've got 4 pairs there is when one goes down, when it gets to the lowest point, you trigger the next one, which then starts its process down, which balances it out, and then the video screen should stay where you want it. But obviously we need to go 4 deep to get it to the height that we want it to, of going up and down. So if you do it too fast, the screen moves too fast. If you do it too slow, the screens will just counteract themselves and go weird and go back into the roof, etc. But basically it's an 8-second offset, gets you about halfway. Please, Planet Coaster devs, if you ever do watch these videos, all we need, and it's probably my one request for it, is to be able to change what these items do. If you could simply just have it as extend and then have it as I can change it to retract when I want it to retract, I feel like you would just open this game up like so much. Like it's already pretty much open. I shouldn't say that it'd open the game up, but it'd just make things like this so easy, where I would be able to just to have 2 trigger points, and that would be it. It would just be extend and retract, and that's it. That'd be the whole show, instead of us having to do this whole contraption just to get what, a 3-minute song done. I've had to just, like, you'll see when I start programming it, as I said, I leave a lot of it in here. You have to do everything. So I had just a piece of paper written down of how many seconds I would need to fill the song perfectly for the screen to go up when I wanted it to, when I had the screen to go down. Initially I thought, well, I've got 5 different video screens. What I'll do is I'll just have, for different parts of the song, it might, the center screen might stay, and then the side ones will go a little lower in a little pyramid, and they could spin and they could do this. But the amount of time this took me to get right, like, you're just seeing me build this after I've already built it. I'm sorry to spoil the magic behind the show, but I had to do this off camera because it was so tedious to get it just to work. I don't know whether it was to do with just how the game was running. So when I first started designing it, as you can see, it works perfectly. But if you notice, there's no lights playing, there's no video screens playing, and it just gave the illusion of it was working fine. So sadly, I found out the hard way of once I finished programming, which you'll see, when I pressed play with lights and music, it would do it fine. But then when it would start triggering other things, it would go, I don't know what I'm doing. And then it would miss one of these sequence beats that you've got, which would cause the screen just to go back to its original position, which in the middle of a song would probably crush one of the girls. So we can't have that during our stage show. So the tedious process of troubleshooting had to come, and initially I wanted you to be able to walk into the stadium before the show starts and the screen is down. That is just its default position. It goes up for the show happens, song ends, screen comes back down. Ta-da, done, amazing. Works really well here with nothing running. Sweet! But the more I played around with it, and if it's doing this now, and we haven't even done what we're going to be doing in the next video with all of the lighting, I had to think of a solution now rather than doing all of that and then being stuck. So we troubleshoot, we work it out, and we move on. And yes, it does take time, but I think I've worked out a solution where it is unfortunate the screen's default position is up in the sky, and then as the countdown's happening for the show, the screen will come down with effects going off, such as the smoke and the pyrotechnics and the other little lighting elements I'll add. And then when the song comes on, the stage, it just goes up to its default position, not relying on it having to worry about any other sequences, because the light show doesn't start until that screen goes up. So the pre-show of the countdown is more just if you've ever watched my Worlds video, I like to do my videos over the top, as you all know if you have watched them sort of videos, and I do like to present it as if it is a real show. Like, I don't like just, here's the show and it's dark time and it's press play and the song starts. I like to have it as, there's a 5-minute countdown, and then the video starts, and then it plays, and then the song plays, and then it ends, and then you go on your way, and it's just over the top, like how I love doing my videos. But yeah, this took me a lot longer than what I thought it was going to do. If this didn't work, my alternate one, it was just gonna sadly just be the screens up in the air, because as cool as it is to have all these moving parts, and it still might. I'm just saying that it still might. I should say that now, because as of right now, I don't know what's going to happen when I start copying this many sequences and this many lights that I'm going to be doing. So at the moment, we're at about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 copies we might be doing, unless I can get it down, that number down to obviously make the arena look nice, because sadly we don't have the moving light beams, as we explained in the last video. We only have what we have. So lighting up that whole lakeside theatre becomes a really hard task, because them lights only reach maybe to the bottom tier of that arena. So you will have to put lights around to make it like cool for them helicopter shots and them different angles that you're going to be doing, instead of just having one hard cam. So it's just all like, this is just by the way my brain process works of trying to work out shows, and this is the first time people are seeing how I design shows. I want it to just be as transparent as I can be of, yes, they are hard to design. There is a lot to think of, but you can create some really cool stuff in a game that's not meant for festivals or stage shows or concerts. And it's just so rewarding to see how many people are watching well, not just my videos, but other people's videos of us creating stuff that the game's not meant for. Sure, there are like a lot, like we're not getting the numbers like Coaster People and people rebuilding full theme parks. Don't get me wrong, but like for me, what I'm getting like 200 views a day, which is just insane for my channel. My channel used to get like 30, and it'd be like, whoa, that's amazing. So a lot of people are searching lighting tutorials and stage designs and stuff like that. So it's been really cool to watch. So yeah, it's a painstaking process, but it is what it is. So you can see here with how tight everything is. Obviously, it going up 8 seconds at a time, because that's the exact halfway point for each of them. Then if I'm playing this track and another trigger plays and another trigger plays and another trigger plays, I think it just loses track of where it is in this. And because it's so tight with the start of, like, let's say that line number 1, it might end at 8 and the next one starts at 16. But if it misses that, the screen just goes back to the top. Like it's literally just, it'll play that last one and won't trigger the next one, which keeps it down. So, as I said, Planet Coaster, please listen to us. My one request. I know people want DLC. I know people want all this crazy stuff. But I would just be happy with a complete overhaul of this system. And it just be a extend and change it. Pretty much like the lights, I'd say. Where you can just change what it does at a certain time. And then it'd just be so much easier. And now my list is getting longer. Now I'm thinking, oh, but I want moving lights as well. Should I ask for that? What if I waste my one ask on that? Bugger. Oh, well, one of you will have to ask for it in my stead. But yeah, it looks like the next video will be the copying part of it. I've added a surprise in the background. If anyone has noticed, don't give it away. But it is something that I found space for, and I thought, I want to see if I can do this. And it doesn't look amazing, but it looks alright for what I tried to do. So it'll be pretty cool to see if people notice it when the show happens, or if you notice it now. Some people might see it around somewhere, but I'm not going to give the area where it is, but I do keep moving the camera around on the this whole plateau that we've got. So as you can see, this is why we do it in a brand new park, so that we can just spread out and just have stuff everywhere. But you can see now how the mechanism works, where it's one goes up. As that one's going up, the next one's going up, which just counteracts the movement. You do get a little jolt in the video screen, and that's just normal. You can't really do anything about that. Sadly, we can't fine-tune times that much in the game. We can only go up by 0.10. So you do get that little jolt. But I thought that when it was playing, it does add a little bit of realism to it. And plus, when you have the hard cam back and you're filming, say, like the show going on, you don't really notice it as much as what you thought you would. So in that aspect, it's pretty cool. But I'm not sure whether in this video I do it or not. I don't think I do. But what I do is I made a whole box section for this, and then I made cables that went up to fix to the roof, and fine-tuning that to extend perfectly and not show any gaps, and then retract into one single cable thing was probably the most fun challenge I think I've had. I'll have to show it in the next video, because I don't think I filmed anything for it. So I'm pretty sure the rest of this video is me just troubleshooting what I do, but at the end of the video I do show the problems of what I had of both screens. So now I have two solutions to what I can do. If nothing works, sadly we will just go to the front stage panels being up in the sky. I think at the end of the day, I've got to remember that I do have a lot going on. So we have 3 major back screens going on, and then we have 5 mini 4x4 meter screens going on at the top of the stage. That's just the video screens. So when you have that and then you add lighting and you add other effects on top of it, it does start to really stack up and get a bit overwhelming for what the game might be able to do. I could probably fix that by doing rectangular panels and combining the video, like re-uploading the video to Planet Coaster, having it as a rectangle. But at the moment, we just have our fingers crossed that when we start adding all these lights, the game just doesn't poo-poo itself. It's the easiest way to put it. I have no idea what's going to happen. Global illumination just wasn't really a problem with the other concert I did, mainly because of how empty that park was. So the Lakeside Theatre is made up of a lot of pieces, so it will affect the end video for it. So I don't know if you've seen my climax video, but that's literally done underground in a completely empty park, and that barely ran well on Planet Coaster. So doing something like this, as complicated as this, it's going to be very interesting to see how it all works in the next video. But so what you'll see here is this is the show. I've muted it thanks to copyright in the last video. I got copy striked, I should say, with that. So what will happen is the song will play, the screen will go up, and then obviously the video will start. Obviously this is a reward for people that have stayed till the end of the video. And then what would happen is, as lights were playing, so you can see I've put the lights and everything that we already have playing on it, is mid-song, everything would be going all right, but then the screen would just randomly go down. And it's like, there's no difference with the programming. There's no difference with the sequencer at all. And it doesn't really matter. Like, to me, I thought, well, that's cool. Like, it drops to halfway. We have the text going across the top of the screen. That's all cool like that. That looks cool. That would work. See, Let's Dance the Night Away. It works really well. But the problem is when it goes back up and it's like, you can tell it's now out of time, to where it's triggering different ones to make the screen just go in weird positions. And yeah, it's too unpredictable. If you could control it, it'd work perfectly. But I just want to get this done and out, because it's, as I said, I've got till November 1st to when I go to the real concert, so I want to have it out before then. So obviously it's only October, but yeah, these videos can take a long time if you really get stuck into them. But yeah, as you can see, it's just not helping with how things are going, and it's unfortunate. But we'll keep going, and we'll keep playing around with it. Fingers crossed the new solution does work, which you'll see coming up, and then yeah, hopefully we can get it done and get going. It's just very unfortunate that stuff up on me. But yeah, as you can see, the screens are done. The screens are all completely custom. I'm using one of their live shows for the side cameras that you would see in a concert, showing them off. You can see the different parts of it that all interact and all go together. But then, as you can see, it's just too unpredictable with going up and down. Just different parts of the song. Sometimes it would go all the way to the bottom. Sometimes it would just stop at the top and not move at all. Sometimes it wouldn't even trigger. And it's when you start adding effects and stuff like that, which I have inside of it, then it just gets too just weird. It's just so crazy that if I play it without the screens, it works fine. If I play it without the lights, it works fine. If I fast forward, it works fine. If I don't move the camera, it works fine. But then as soon as, like, because I'll have to be doing different shots, I don't like just to have the one camera, then things just get weird. So yeah, this is the new solution that hopefully will fix it, and it will be the stage show starting off with the screen at the top. It'll come down for the start of the song. You would then have, say, the girls would run out now, they'd stand behind the screen, and then it just goes as normal. But we will be attempting to build all the lighting in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this as frustrating as it was. I hope you enjoyed me talking for 20 minutes to you. Annoyed at this. You can tell how buggered I am from doing it. So hopefully you really enjoy it. You can see a little bit of the cabling. I'll show more of it in the next video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Not sure when it'll be. I'll make sure I'll put up the premiere so you know when it's going to come. Shouldn't be too far off. But yeah, that'll be another one that I talk over the whole time. But as always, make sure you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.